Today we're talking about one of the most stressful situations a dog family can face: living with multiple dogs who fight. If that's your home right now, first, take a breath. You are not alone and you are not a failure. Dog-dog conflict in the home is more common than people think, and the very first goal is not perfect harmony. The first goal is safety. And that's what this chat is about: management, not punishment, not letting them work it out, not trying to prove who's boss. Just practical, humane, effective ways to keep everyone safe while you lower tension and protect the relationship between the dogs and the people in the home. Management is about daily life, where dogs are fed, where they rest, how they move through the house, and how we prevent rehearsing the fights we don't want. Good management also means watching body language closely so we can step in before stress boils over. Research-informed veterinary and behavior texts consistently put safety first, recommend avoiding triggers, using environmental management, enriching the dog's lives, and stopping physical punishment rather than relying on force. So let's get into the key management tips. Tip number 1, separate first, solve second. If your dogs have already fought, especially if there have been puncture wounds, pinned dogs, repeated incidents, or fights that escalate fast, don't keep giving them chances to see if it's better today. Every time dogs rehearse aggression, that pattern can get stronger. Households managing interdog aggression are often safest when dogs are separated and less directly supervised. And in more serious cases, families may need a full rotation system, with one dog in the house while the other is in the yard, or another secure space. That can sound extreme, but it's actually compassionate. Management is not giving up. It is preventing harm while you protect everyone's nervous system. Tip number 2, make routine your best friend. Dogs living with conflict often do better when life is predictable. Predictable routines lower arousal. If meals happen the same way every day, if visitors are handled the same way every time, if dogs know where to go and what to expect, there's less uncertainty and less tension. One strong behavior resource puts it beautifully: the amount of peace in the home is highly correlated with how carefully the dogs are managed, and routines matter. So think, what are the flashpoints in your home? Feeding time, coming in from the yard, guests arriving, window barking, getting on the couch. Your management plan should create a routine for each one. Tip number 3, feed separately, always. Food is one of the most commonly guarded resources in multi-dog homes. If your dogs have conflict around bowls, chews, kongs, bones, or even leftovers in the kitchen, stop feeding together. Full stop. Feed in separate rooms, behind baby gates, in crates, indoors versus outdoors, or tethered at a safe distance if that's the only option. Then pick up bowls and food toys when they are finished. Don't leave empty kongs, lick mats, bones, or bowls around for one dog to inspect after the other dog is done. That just checking it out moment is a classic setup for a fight. And while you're prepping food, keep your own energy calm. Skip the "who's hungry" routine if that amps everyone up. Tip number 4, manage high-value items like they are loaded weapons. That sounds dramatic, but if toys, chews, sleeping spots, or even human attention are part of the conflict picture, treat them seriously. Don't leave prized items lying around. Don't assume one dog is done with a chew just because he walked away. Don't give high-value goodies unless you already have physical separation in place. Veterinary behavior guidance for interdog aggression specifically recommends separating dogs around valuable resources like food, toys, bones, chewies, and, in some cases, human attention. If you're not sure whether a resource matters, assume it does until proven otherwise. Tip number 5, block visual triggers. A lot of dog fights in the home don't start because one dog woke up and chose violence. They start because both dogs got highly aroused by something else. The mail carrier, the dog next door, the kids across the street, the Amazon driver, or a squirrel in the yard. Then that arousal redirects onto the other dog in the house. Behavior resources specifically note that over-arousal from passersby can lead to conflict, and management may mean closing curtains, blocking windows, or removing access to security stations, like couches under front windows. If your dogs fence fight or rush the front window together, don't keep giving them the view. Frosted film, closed curtains, baby gates, and rearranged furniture can make a huge difference. Tip number 6, handle visitors proactively. Guest arrival is a huge trigger in many multi-dog homes. Excitement rises, dogs rush the door, bodies collide, and somebody redirects onto somebody else. A strong management plan means your dogs are already separated before guests come in. That may mean crates, separate rooms, gates, or one dog out in the yard and one inside. The point is, don't wait until the knock at the door to figure it out. Several behavior sources recommend managing visitor situations through separation and environmental setup rather than letting the dogs get flooded by the excitement. And remember, a dog can be quiet and still be very stressed. Quiet does not always mean comfortable. Tip number 7, supervise transitions. Some of the hardest moments happen in between things. Going out the door, coming back in, moving through hallways, jumping onto furniture, crowding around you for affection, or gathering in the kitchen while dinner is made. Those transition moments can create sudden social pressure. Set up the environment so dogs don't have to negotiate tight spaces when arousal is already high. Use baby gates. Call one dog away before the other moves through. Invite dogs onto beds or couches one at a time if furniture is a trigger. If petting creates tension, pet dogs separately. Don't wait until you see a hard stare, lip lift, or freeze to decide maybe you should intervene. Tip number 8, learn the early warning signs. One of the best management tools is the ability to spot tension early. You are looking for freezes, stillness, blocking, hovering, hard staring, closed mouths, lip lifts, chin over shoulder postures, rushing into space, sudden still tails, or one dog cutting off another dog's path. Veterinary behavior texts also remind us that aggression isn't just about obvious lunging or biting. Body language matters. The earlier you interrupt, the easier it is. Call dogs apart cheerfully. Toss treats away from each other if food isn't part of the conflict. Guide one dog behind a gate. Don't wait for noise. A lot of the most dangerous moments are silent right before they explode. Tip number 9, do not punish growling or warning signals. This one is so important. If a dog growls, stiffens, lip lifts, or gives another warning signal, that is information. It is not rudeness to suppress. If you punish those signals, you may remove the warning but keep the emotion. The next time, the dog may skip straight to the bite. Modern behavior medicine guidance is very clear. Stop physical punishment techniques in aggression cases. So if your dog growls, say "thank you" in your head. Then change the setup. Move dogs farther apart. Remove the resource. End the interaction. Management listens to warning signs. Tip number 10, don't let them sort it out. I know this advice is still everywhere, but it is risky and often makes things worse. Veterinary behavior guidance for interdog aggression specifically advises families not to allow dogs to fight it out because it is unsafe and rarely resolves the problem long term. Dogs who live together are not tiny wolves running a nature documentary in your living room. They are dogs in an artificial human environment, often competing over space, food, access, movement, and people. They may be poor communicators, mismatched personalities, or simply incompatible around certain resources. Sorting it out can mean injury, fear, and a permanent worsening of the relationship. Tip number 11. If a fight breaks out, protect yourself first. Do not grab collars with bare hands. Do not reach between dogs. People are frequently bitten trying to separate fighting dogs. Older behavior sources note that injuries to humans are common during separation attempts. Have a plan in advance. Use barriers like gates, chairs, laundry baskets, plywood, or large objects to split space. Use drag lines only if safe and already attached. If the dogs can be separated by 2 adults using leashes, do that carefully. But the key point is this: don't improvise with your body in the middle of a fight. Tip number 12. Support the whole dog, not just the conflict. Dogs who are under-exercised, under-enriched, chronically stressed, in pain, or living in a chaotic environment are more likely to be reactive. Veterinary behavior texts repeatedly include environmental enrichment, exercise, structure, trigger avoidance, and health assessment and aggression treatment. So ask yourself, are these dogs getting enough decompression, enough sleep, enough sniffing and species-appropriate enrichment? Is anyone in pain? Is one dog elderly and being harassed by a younger dog? Is there a medical issue that could be lowering tolerance? Management isn't just fences and crates. It's also lowering the baseline stress load in the home. So let's wrap this up. If you live with dogs who fight, the key management priorities are simple, even if living them out is hard. Separate before there's a problem. Create routines, feed separately. Control access to high-value items. Block visual triggers. Manage guests. Supervise transitions. Read early body language. Do not punish warnings. Do not let them work it out. Protect yourself if a fight happens. And support each dog's emotional and physical well-being. Management is not glamorous. It doesn't make for dramatic before and after videos, but it saves relationships, prevents injuries, and creates the stability needed for real behavior change. And one last note, if your dogs have caused injuries, if you are scared, or if you can't safely separate them, please bring in a qualified positive reinforcement professional, ideally a board-certified veterinary behaviorist, or an IAABC behavior consultant with experience in intra-household dog-dog aggression. Management is the first step. Thanks for listening. If this episode helped, share it with a fellow dog guardian who needs it. And remember, peace in a multi-dog home is built one safe, thoughtful, well-managed moment at a time.